A musician friend of mine approached me with a project. He's starting a label and he wants me to design jacket artwork, but there's a catch. He's got no money for printing. He went on to offer to print all 200 records in the first release himself. This was a pretty unusual design challenge. Anything I would design for him, he would have to print 200 times, so I had to be careful about what I would ask him to do. The canvas was a white label 12-inch. I really wanted the whole surface for art, so it was time to think about process. Silkscreen would be perfect, but too expensive and too difficult for the artist. He suggested stamping, but that couldn't produce the image size that I wanted. I realized then that I had to design the printing process as much as I had to design the artwork itself. I settled on laser-cut stencils and spray paint as the way forward. The rough prototypes I made were easy to work with and looked good. I learned a lot from my sketches and renderings. I realized that with this process, you could spray multiple colors through one stencil, or spray a gradient directly onto the jacket. I knew I was getting close. I refined the artwork, shared it with the artist, and he gave it the green light. It was time to prototype the process in detail. The results were good, and the video documentation I shot turned out to be pretty good printing instructions for the artist, too. He was ready to go. He also asked me to design a poster, a mix CD, and a cassette using the same process, which I had a lot of fun with. Here's the final result. The printing was relatively painless, and the response to this first release has been enthusiastic. There are now 2 more releases scheduled for this year, and we're still figuring out the process.